All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Turf Talks by Race Mirror. We head over to Bombay, where the Villoo Poonawalla Indian Oaks, the third classic of the season, is about to begin on Sunday. But before that, uh, we'd like to welcome once again Mr. Tariq, who's our expert at Bombay. Tariq, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me again.
Well, before we begin the third classic of Bombay, we had a great South India derby today with Diff coming out and winning. Your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, impressive performance to beat Shamrock. Nice to get to see Giaji get a derby winner. And I think, he had run a couple of forward races in Pune. And impressive to go down south after a layoff and win the derby.
Well, absolutely. I think that connection of Mr. Tanji Boy, Ramaseshi Enu, they also won the Bangalore Derby in the same connection, and now taking down the South India Derby. Seems that connection and the syndicate working for them.
Yep, absolutely. And credit to Adiraj as well, good training performance with.
Absolutely. Diff went to Hyderabad, ran there, finished third. So I think that was a warm up race for her before he could move down to South and win the Derby.
Right, right.
All right, let's then quickly move on to the big one. We have three graded races at Bombay, but all seem to be talking about the Ramnivas Ramnarain Ruia Gold Cup Grade 3. All Derby contenders taking part, which is ahead of my time. Fortunate Son, Mojito, Once You Go Black, Supernatural, Wall Street. Your thoughts on that one?
I think this is probably one of the best Ruia Cups we've had, where, as far as I can remember, if you remember, last year's Ruia Cup was won by a horse who still won only one race. That race beating a maiden, Chopin beating, I don't remember the horse he beat, but the horse he beat is still a maiden. It hasn't been as competitive. This year, you've got four classic winners. And you can pick a name out of a hat. You can have an argument for all four of them as to why you think one of them is going to win, and they all have credentials. So to me, I think the two classiest horses in the race are Ahead of My Time and Once You Go Black. But I somehow am going to oppose both of them tomorrow. I genuinely still want to see it to believe it. I want to see that Ahead of My Time can stay. I don't think he's going to stay. He won so impressively over the Guineas distance. But I think 10 furlongs is a big challenge, and it's a big difference than mine. The other one, Once You Go Black, who I have a lot of time for, actually, I think he's probably the best horse in the race. But we all know he's had a setback, and now he's working himself back into contention and trying to peak in time for the Derby. So he may just be a little bit, in need of this run. The other champion there, Bangalore Derby winner, Supernatural, I think he is going to excel once he touches that mile and a half, at the Indian Derby distance. So I was a bit disappointed with his run. I didn't expect him to win the Guineas, but I still think it was a disappointing run over a mile. But he probably is the form horse and the one to beat tomorrow. And Mojito is, I keep thinking Mojito is the joker in the pack. He's always got form there or thereabouts. He's beaten these horses in the Coles Trial. He ran a brilliant race in the Bangalore Derby, coming miles wide. So he could be an interesting contender. And let's not forget Wall Street as well. I mean, he's not got anywhere near the credentials that these horses have. And he's not run a classic, let alone win a classic. But he could potentially be a dark horse in this race.
Well, they say that the horses who won the Ruia have had the bad luck of the side and not winning the derbies. What do you have to say about that?
No, many have. So, there are various superstitions. Many have. It's like six race number one never wins. Many horses have won as running as six race number one. So these are all superstitions. I you know the Derby is like the Ruia is like Dante Stakes. Well, our Ruia is like their Dante Stakes, or vice versa. And the Guinea is probably still the best pointer, to the Derby. But at different points in time, different horses win different races in preparing themselves to win the Derby.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for sharing your views with us. Then let's quickly move on to the Villoo Poonawalla Indian Oaks. Seven horses in this one: Dangerous, Kiefer, Kimiko, King's Ransom, Queen Envy, the latest entrant who made the last entry, Sierra de la Plata, and Tunsberg.
So this is a little bit more clear cut. Uh, I think King's Ransom will win. She's definitely the best horse in this race. She's trained by a master with fillies, who wins every fillies classic that there is to win, and has done so for the past 10-15 years. Uh, and I think if there's one danger, it's Dangerous. I'm disregarding almost every other horse in the race, and I think Dangerous will finish a little bit closer because we've got Srinath now riding Dangerous, and I think he's still one of India's best jockeys. But I think King's Ransom is by far and away the best horse in this race and will win this race.
I think Adiraj would want to win another classic back to back. He's won one.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Dangerous has beaten King's Ransom before, but I think as time has gone on, King's Ransom has improved, and her Guinea's victory was, effortless, and I think she'll, confirm that promise and continue to do better over a longer trip.
All right, so if I had to say pick one in the Ruia and pick one in the Indian Oaks, what would your picks be?
So I would go with the pacey double. I would say Supernatural and King's Ransom. Uh, I would say so those two horses. I would uh, uh, yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. I think those two horses should win tomorrow. I think Supernatural will improve over a mile and a half, be an even better horse come Derby time, but so will One Silver Black. So I would oppose ahead of my time tomorrow, because I don't think he's going to stay.
Thank you so much for sharing your views, Tariq, and thank you so much for giving us time and joining us on Turf Talks by Race Winner. I hope everyone's got a note of our panel discussion, and hope to see you soon again with another classic. That's the Indian Derby, which is scheduled on the first Sunday of February. But until then, we'll see you past the post, and thank you so much, everyone, for showering us with your love. We'll come back with more content, and Tariq, thank you so much for always being there with us.
Thanks for having me, and good luck to everyone. Bet responsibly, but when it's something like King's Ransom, have a good bet.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and take care, guys.
All right. Thanks. Bye.